Alrighty folks, the Amazon van just dropped off some packages. Let's crack these guys open and take a look. Got the old timer we're using today. And this is a transformer that I bought. It's for a future project. Hopefully y'all will be seeing soon. And I think they normally sell this guy. I mean, it's for a wall outlet. I think they normally sell these for, if I remember, they said security systems, cameras and stuff. It's a yeah, 120 input. The output's going to be 18 volts, 50 VA. If I do the math, it's 2 point something volts. So, I mean 2 point something amps. So it's almost right at 3 amps. But yeah, well, I'll be showing this in another video, hopefully here soon. But this is the next package is the main reason that I want to show you. And there you go. I have bought another cheap multimeter. This one, like I said, I got it on Amazon. Let me clean up here for a second. I think I paid, it was $15.99 or $16. And it's one of these guys that I'm pretty sure that they mass produce them for under many different brand names. And the reason why I bought this, I don't know if y'all been watching the videos between Dave Jones and Eddie Yahoo, talking about the why flukes are so expensive. And I usually I mean, both of those guys are incredible YouTubers and their knowledge is vast. It's far superior to mine. I would say my electrical knowledge is derisory at best compared to them. So definitely take their advice over mine, but I tend to side with Eddie Yahoo on the whole fluke stuff. Flukes are nice to have, but yeah, it's unnecessary. Temperature gauge and the leads here. These are your, yeah, they're not bad leads. Especially for a cheap meter like this. I've had way worse leads. Got our batteries here. It comes in this case, so that's nice. And there it is. And it says it's true RMS. Category 3. So 1000 volts DC and 170 AC. And it pretty much has all the options you need. Puts to find live wires for you. So yeah, let me look through the instructions real quick and put some batteries in it. And we'll test it out. Alright, I read through the instruction booklet. Some of the things I noticed first is your input is here for your leads. Yeah, I'm not sure if I'm a fan of that. It feels good to hold it and all that, but there's no kickstand in the back for it. It comes with this plastic protective case, so that's really nice. So I don't even know how you would pronounce that. The model number is a DM003. Like I said, it's true RMS. But yeah, first of all, let's peel the plastic off. Take it out of the case, and Looks like just one screw for the battery. Let me pop the back off, and might go ahead and take it apart, and we'll just take a look at it, the back side of the innards of it, and see how it works. Well, I got the back off, and as you can see, there's not a whole lot going on. Circuit board looks fine. Everything looks soldered on fine. Got a little bit of flux. And it's fairly new. 04 2021. I don't know. Maybe if that's a month code or a week code. But there is no way this thing doesn't check current. So. But right here they got a thermistor as the fuse. So yeah, I would not be using this guy to, for anything in dangerous situations. There is a pretty decent gap right here. Imagine you could probably stick it in your wall outlet here in the United States at 120 volt. Yeah, I wouldn't really be using this for anything dangerous. Alright, let me snap it back together and put the screws in, and we'll start testing it out. Alright, well, let's look here at the specs. And if you look, everything is your normal. I mean, it's the same for all these cheaper meters. They're all within the same range, and it's not bad. It will, if it reads in these ranges, I mean, it's close enough for anything that anybody's going to do for a hobbyist. Alright, and I got my power supply cut on here. Let's cut it on, and I'm at 30 volts on my power supply, so let's check. Let me do this where I'm not in y'all's way. .13 volts. At 30 volts. Let me pull out my old trusty meter that I use that I know is pretty accurate. Alright, now they got it where you can see it. And exactly on 3 volts. So, I mean, it's close enough with that. Let's get the death box up here and check some AC voltage with it. Alright, so I got the death box up here. Cut it on, cut the current all the way down. .122 volts at 60 hertz. So, I mean, that's pretty accurate. Okay, this meter comes with your NCV option, so let's test that out. Well, it's detecting it, so. Alright, not bad. I doubt I would trust it if my life came to it, but yeah, it's working. Let's put our probes back in. Let's go to live. And it puts the check live, so. And that is the wider slot. So that is the common, and there we go. That works properly. I'm actually kind of impressed. Alright. Now let's run through some simple tests with some resistors, capacitors, and stuff. Alright, one thing. These leads, it says they're 10 amp maximum, category 3, 600 volts. They're not the greatest. I mean, they're cheap leads, but they will do for what you're expected to use this meter at. So yeah, I mean, they're fine for what they are. All right, select, let's what is that, continuity? Continuities reads at 50 ohms, so it's kind of slow to response. It's not quick. Yeah, I don't know if I would use this meter for continuity test. Maybe that's continuity. Okay, there we go. I had it in the wrong setting. Auto. Okay, let's I'm going to start off here. I just pulled some resistors, these little 1/8 watt. What's that? 510. All right, let's check out this 510. Well, if I could keep it on there. It's kind of dancing around, but it's in the neighborhood and it's acceptable. So 5'8", 5'9". All right, not bad. What else we got? 47. Let's do a 47K. $47.1. That's not bad and it's pretty accurate. And then we got a 470K. $476. Oops. 475. In that neighborhood, that's acceptable. And 1 meg ohm. All right, I'm pleased with that. Everything seems to be okay with all that. So let's dig around and see if I can get a capacitor to check. These little plastic bags. Can't ever open these things. I don't see how drug users let's function trying to buy drugs in these things. All right. Get a little electrolytic capacitor. You know, marked here, that's the cathode, the anode. Anode's usually the long lead. Get a small value here. This is 47 microfarad. Oh, around 55. And I think that's within the tolerance band. What did it say here? Capacitors. 4.5. So yeah. Alright, got some diodes here. And if I failed to mention before, it is a 6,000 count. So that's not too bad. Especially one of these little cheap meters. Frequency, temperature. There we go. Long leg cathode, short leg. Long leg anode, short leg cathode. And it lights up and there's our forward voltage drop. So that's good for a white LED. Let's do a blue one. .6. Let's do this red one. 1.6. And then we got a green one. 1.8. Let's turn her around, see if we get overload. And we do. All right. Alright, we're going to check the voltage coming out for our test for the diode. And as you can see, every one of those forward voltage drops were wrong. Oh, let's get this guy up here. 3.91 volts. So that's good enough to light up any LED. Let me see if I can find us a diode to test. Oh. Okay, I got some little diodes here to test. We should be in the range of about 0.6 volts. 0.61 there, that's fine. And that's good enough too. So let's check this temperature gauge out. And here's our little probe here. Cut it on. Select. Let's see, 68 degrees Fahrenheit, 20 degrees Celsius. That's about the right temperature. And as I touch it with my hand, it goes up. It's going to take it a second. Let me blow on it. It's taking it a second to go down, but it works. Doubt I'll use it for anything. I've got better tools for that. And so this is what I think about it. This temperature gauge, the probe for it. Look at these little cheap wires here. They got a little bit of heat shrink tubing. There's no real strain relief or anything. They're just going in there flopping around. That's really cheap. Yeah, like I said, I wouldn't use it for that anyhow. And your test leads here, they're your common cheap leads you get with any cheap meter. Heavy usage, they're going to go bad. The strain relief right there, I mean, it's okay. These are thin. They'll break if you press too hard on them. Yeah, the strain relief on these are not too bad. I mean, don't stick these in anything high voltage. I do like the large display of it. It's loud. It's loud enough for me to hear. And I'm getting old. My hearing's going bad. And like I said, one thing it does do, it does hold. So that's a neat feature there. And it does the live and it does the NCV. And then there's the backlight. And there is a flashlight. But yeah, overall, you know, this is a $15 meter. It's not bad. I mean, for hobbyists piddling around, you know, doing stuff like that, working on your car, this will do everything you really need it to do. I don't like the fact that, you know, you can't prop it up. And also with the leads going in the bottom, they need to go in the top like all the other leads. It kind of, you know, just makes it awkward. It does have auto shutdown. It'll cut off after 15 minutes. You're not going to be able to read current with it. Get you another cheap meter like one of these guys right here. And this one will do 10 amps DC. That's what I buy. You can go to Harbor Freight and they'll give those little cheap meters, the little yellow ones. I think they're Center Tech or something like that. Or little red ones. They're fine for checking current. Maybe burn that thing up, blow it up. Yeah, don't use your other ones for that. If you're just piddling around the house, I mean, if you're an electrician, you're probably not watching this video anyhow. But yeah, if you're a professional, you don't want to be using this. So go and get you a nice meter. As far as the flukes and stuff, they're nice to have, but it's like your wife wanting to get a Gucci purse versus a really nice well-built leather purse that's like quarter or half the price. Both are purses. They both have the same function. They both perform well. They're both nice, durable. But one has a name on it, and they're just charging an irate price for it. And that's Fluke. But just pilling around the house, being a hobbyist, there's nothing wrong with a $15 meter. This guy, like I said, I'll probably use it a lot just because it has the large digits, and my eyesight is not the greatest. So yeah, would I recommend this? I would definitely would for $15. The actual meter itself appears to be durable. The test leads are not the greatest. But you can buy some test leads. I mean, they're cheap. Get them on Amazon. But yeah, I think it's well money spent for $15. There's a test on it that I didn't do that anybody would want me to perform. Leave a comment and I might revisit it. And y'all have a good day.